Hello everyone, welcome to CAXIS. Another eventful week has passed, and today we'll be breaking down some absolute critical updates about the current affairs related to this week. And if you're preparing for prelims, mains, or even for any competitive exams, it would be very helpful. Even if you're not preparing and just want to stay ahead with the news, it would be very helpful for you. Now, let's start. On the occasion of Rath Yatra, CAXIS brings you 25% discount on all courses. So do avail this offer, and it is available only for the limited period of time. So do take the benefit of it. Now the first article is from the Hindu. States the Union Cabinet approves Semicon 2.0. So now, for knowing what it has approved, let's know what is semiconductor. Semiconductor is nothing but it is a material with electrical conductivity between the conductor and the insulator. And some of the examples of semiconductor is silicon and gallium. Now, the government has started a mission, that is India Semiconductor Mission, in which there are till now 58 projects has been done, and even 4 new projects has come to place, that is in the states of Odisha, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Haryana, all this. Now, this India Semiconductor Mission started in 2021, and why it has started and who started it? It was started by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, support the chip design of the chip design ecosystem. And what it wanted to aim for import dependence, reduction of reduce the import dependence with the dominating countries who are manufacturing the semiconductor chips. And who are these countries? First, if we write it here, first India Semiconductor launched in 2021 under MEITY, that is Ministry of Information and Ministry of Electronics and Technology, and then support chip design ecosystem and to reduce import dependence on the semiconductor dominating countries. And who are these dominating countries who are dominating the semiconductor manufacturing markets? Top countries are Taiwan, then China, South Korea, then these are the dominating manufacturing markets uh, which India is dependent. Now, the government is planning towards the Semicon 2.0 so that it can create or strengthen the indigenous manufacturing hub in India. Now, the Union Cabinet has approved the Semicon 2.0 with an outlay of 1,27,500 crore to strengthen India's complete semiconductor design and manufacturing. And there are 6 pillars in it. What are these pillars? Design, develop the indigenous chip. Okay, indigenous means India re jude develop. Design and system, then incentivize semiconductor equipment materials to incentivize them, and even to attract semiconductor compound semiconductor fabs or display to increase the infrastructure. Now, our next ATMP. What is ATMP? It is nothing but assembly, testing, and M for marking, and P for parking. Now, এটা कौन करे? That how it is made. It माने कौन stages देके semiconductor chip जाए. That is, first is assembly, then testing, then marking, then parking. And what is OSAT? That is outsourced semiconductor assembly and test. Okay. Bring advanced semiconductor packaging technologies to India. Now, R&D move beyond the current 28 nm to 110 nm. Notes towards the advanced technology. India is trying to move towards the advanced technology. Now, talent is deepen the semiconductor training across even in universities and industry. Now, significance it strengthens to build the end-to-end domestic semiconductor because it is trying to make indigenous technology, the indigenous semiconductor chip. So, end-to-end domestic semiconductor ecosystem, strengthen the supply chain resilience and enhance national security, develop precision manufacturing capabilities and position India as a global semiconductor. And why India is trying to enhance the national security? Because when we there was a case that when we had like if we bring from China, it is a case of bit of malware placed in it in that, so it can hamper the cyber security issue also. So that's why. Now, if we see the progress कौन कौन हेथिला? These are the factual information which you don't have to learn if you are not preparing for mains. It would for mains mains perspective ପାଇଁ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ଦରକାର ଅଛି because they need some data to write it. So it can be any of the two datas you can write in your mains. It can be available in the PPT also. Read that. Now, if we see कौन कौन आउ initiatives निया है to promote the semiconductor manufacturing hub, okay, or ecosystem or industry. Initiatives by Government of India promote semiconductor industry. That would be first is PLI. PLI mane kono? It is nothing but incentive scheme. Okay, for what? PLI scheme for large electronics and IT hardware. And second kono? Second good scheme achi specs. Second good scheme achi specs, which says about the scheme for promotion of manufacturing of electronic components. Manufacturing of electronic components and semiconductor. Now, specs is a scheme is for promotion of manufacturing of electronics, electronics components and semiconductor. Now, next is to build electronic manufacturing clusters. Now, say research koti karibe, banebe koti. Okay, so clusters should be developed. Then fourth is exemption of basic custom duty. Exemption of basic custom duty on semiconductor materials or chips, you say material or, and even allow with this 100% FDI, that is foreign direct investment on manufacturing material. Okay, so in this way the government is trying to strengthen the manufacturing ecosystem, or you can say manufacturing semiconductor manufacturing industry to develop. Okay. Now, this is all about the initiatives what government has done. So do be aware of it. Now, this can be, this you can get the PPT, you can get on in the CAX channel, Telegram channel. Now the second article is from the PIB, which says e-Saras. E-Saras mane kona? It is just a digital platform empowering rural women through digital commerce. So we will know about it. E-Saras, the official e-commerce platform under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission, completes a major milestone as Digital India marks 11 years. Digital India start kartile, so it has marked 11 years. So e-Saras is the official e-commerce platform under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya National Rural Livelihood Mission, and it is what to do strengthen the rural livelihood digital commerce. Digitally semanunku literate kariya pai. Okay. Developed by whom? Developed by MEITY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and MORD, that is Ministry of Rural Development. Enable the SHG. SHGs mane kona? Self-help groups and FPOs, which are farmer producer organization and producer collectives and women and entrepreneurs to sell products. Okay, to nationwide sell pai mane e-Saras platform gote bani ja. And what it does, it covers 8.99 plus crores self-help groups. Okay, self-help groups manku se strengthen karibo, offering 1400 plus rural products through ONDC enabled digital marketplace with support from LKOS. Now, what is this LKOS? It is nothing but it is a end-to-end digital platform and enterprise research planning solution designed to digitize and empower rural community-based organizations across India. What is this? It is LKOS is LK LOK mane hoche people, lok people, and OS is the operating system. Operating system. It is the digital platform. Empower rural community based organization across, and what it does is a digital platform to objective kona tara. What are its objective? Objective kona? For paperless governance. Okay, digital mission hoche mane obviously paperless governance hobo. Paperless governance, financial inclusion among the rural livelihoods, and transparency. Transparency केमिति होगा? Through real time financial transaction. Financial transaction होती सेटा को track करा हबो. Okay, so that transparency maintain हबो. Financial transaction. Now next होचे LKOS Bhashini. You are well aware of it. It is a like AI system. It is like to translate the language. Okay. Umang hoche your common platform to get all the information related to your central government, state government, local government, all this. It covers kon kare, e-Saras kon kare. It covers the 8.99 crore self-help group members offering rural products through ONDC enabled digital marketplace, support from the LKOS and Hashini Umang to secure digital payments, logistics and seller verification. Okay. Now, it supports the value addition to agricultural and rural products such as papad, pickles, honey, hand combs. These products ko ye kare. What it does, helping increase the income and reduce dependence on seasonal agriculture. Obviously, they are dependent on the agriculture. So, apart from the seasonal agriculture like your Kharif crop, Rabi crop, Zaid crops, The farmers will do this, will sell these products or manufacture or develop these products so that they can get double income. Okay. Now, to promote digital entrepreneurship through training in branding, packaging, product listing, digital marketing, inventory, like your there, PM, FM, that is formalization of micro enterprises. All this, all these are there. So, these Saras helps in covering all these parts. Now, challenges kon achi? What are the challenges? First challenge hochi, it needs to improve the digital literacy and e-commerce adoption among the rural producers. Obviously, rural producers pakhare jodi digital literacy nathibo, then how will they know about these things? Okay, or how will they know about the platform? Now, second hochi ensuring efficient logistics, quality standards, branding and market competitiveness for rural producers. Branding or marketing haboni, then how will that product will be sold? Okay. Now, third hochi sustaining market access while expanding digital infrastructure and inclusion across remote regions. Sustaining market access means they should get access to the market also. Okay, because mostly the rural stay in the remote areas. That's why. While we are expanding the digital infrastructure through what AI, then mains question gote achi setre, it is very important who are preparing for your mains, because when I was preparing, then there has question come from the current affairs, and unfortunately I could not do well in that question. That's why some questions will also be there from now onwards in the weekly analysis. That is, discuss the role of digital commerce platforms such as eSaras in promoting women-led rural entrepreneurship and inclusive economic growth. What challenges must be addressed? Ensure their long-term success. Okay, so do write it down. Okay, and evaluate yourself. Nobody is going to evaluate it. Be honest with yourself. Now, next article huji PIB, which says Supreme Court invoked its extraordinary powers to recognize safe travel on national highways as a fundamental right under Article 21. Supreme Court has invoked that national highway right to walk or right to safe travel on the national highway is a fundamental right. Okay. Before there has been a video of about right to walk. See that you can know the complete about the complete role of it. Under Article 21 कौन होउछि. Now, इतने कौन extraordinary power दिया है. So what does that extraordinary power means? It means complete justice. Complete justice through extraordinary power available only to the Supreme. Okay, only to the Supreme. Now, enables the court to go beyond the procedural and statutory limitations, ensure the substantive justice. Now, you'd be asking what is substantive justice and what do you mean by procedural justice? Substantive justice is nothing but it is now write it here, substantive justice. How? Procedural justice. So polity padibo, then you will know about the procedure established by law or due process of law. From here only this has come, the substantive justice and the procedural justice. Substantive justice focuses on the outcome. The outcome कौन रहिला? Okay, fairness of the outcome. Focuses on the fairness of the outcome of results. Results रो outcome कौन रहिला? कहया गेले fairness of the result. Now, say procedural justice अतः कौन focus करे? Focuses on fairness of the process. Procedure on the process, what it is done. Process रे fairness अच्छी ना नहीं. You can quote through like and Gandhi जी करो थिला and does not justify the means, like that. सिमिति ही substantive justice को है कि outcome कौन हैला, how much fair is the outcome done. Outcome रे fairness अच्छी, then substantive and procedural justice को जी कि process रे fairness थी बार अच्छी. Okay, तो outcome रे जदि हमें देखिबा we can say example कौन कहि परिबा like reservation system. Why reservation system is in this thing substantive justice? Because historically semane बहुत disadvantaged पाइथिले, that's why reservation has come to picture, that's why outcome result भलो अछि, that's why it is in substantive justice. Procedural रे कौन हबो? You are preparing for the competitive exam, so you can write merit based competitive exam, conducted by UPSC or OPSC, which focuses on the fairness of the process. Now, if we go, here are some of the provisions, constitutional provisions. That is Article 142, which says empowers Supreme Court to pass any order necessary for complete justice. Complete justice as a Article 142. Now, Article 21 will know, that is right to life and personal liberty, has expanded to include safe travel on national highways. Before it has done right to walk on demarcated footpath. Now it has included safe travel on national highways. Article 14 कौन को है? That is Supreme Court judgments become binding law across India. Obviously, it is binding. Now, Article 226 कौन को है? That is High Court can writs but do not possess like powers like Article 142. Like Supreme Court has only the extraordinary powers of doing complete justice. The High Court cannot do it. High Court can issue writ for if someone violates your fundamental rights, but not like the powers given to the Supreme. Okay, that's the difference. Now, role in delivering कौन कौन role अच्छी deliver करियर complete justice. That is filling legislative gaps. First होची filling legislative gaps provides remedies where laws are absent or inadequate. Now, overriding procedural barriers. Second, which ensure overriding माने procedural barriers को override करिबो कौन पाई? To ensure justice is not defeated by technicalities. Okay. Now, third is first, second, third, that is adapting to social change. What protects rights in emerging issues like privacy or LGBTQ plus community. Then, and even live-in relationships. Now, fourth is transforming policy into constitutional duty. That is transforming policy, what? Road safety elevated as a fundamental right under Article 21. So, these are the role in delivering complete justice by the Supreme Court. Now, एटा हे गला. Now, next article आमे देखिबा. The Hindu says that India has achieved a historic milestone by becoming effectively free from the left wing extremism through an integrated approach. So this is an editorial analysis. So we'll discuss it in a brief understanding gote rakhiba, so that we'll understand ki how it has originated, what is left wing extremism, all this. So first ame janiba what is left wing extremism. If someone asks, what is left wing? It is nothing but the ideology of the Maoist or the Naxalist. It has developed originated in 1907 in Naxalbari region in West Bengal. First originated in West Bengal. कहार आइडियोलॉजी फॉलो करे? आइडियोलॉजी कौन फॉलो करूची? माओइज्म. माओइज्म आइडियोलॉजी फॉलो करे. व्हाट? एस्टैब्लिश communist state. Okay, or you can say to overthrow the government. Now, factors. What are the factors responsible for the reasons कौन जे affect होचंदी? What are the reasons? Reasons जदि कहिबा, Red Corridor is a very crucial reason in our country. Okay, इतने किए असंदी like Odisha, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and even some are marginally affected. That is Maharashtra, Maharashtra, Kerala. All these are marginally affected. Now, what are the factors responsible of this rise of left-wing extremism? Factors responsible. कौन पे extreme a left-wing extremism rise हो for rise of left-wing extremism? That is first, तमे कहि परिबो that tribal dissatisfaction. How tribals are dissatisfied? Dissatisfaction. How tribals are dissatisfied because of the development activities. So the like mining hoji, even tankaro prohibits if government prohibits them the harvesting of forest resources utilize करिया पे जो government prohibit या फिर mining हबो, then there is like rehabilitation होची. That's why. Now second होची, second कौन? Poverty is very important, and poverty and lack of effective governance, lack of effective governance. Next, third would be displacement of the tribal population, placement of tribal population, placement of tribal population. So all these are there. So that's why because of the left-wing extremism, because of these factors, left-wing extremism has originated, and it is being trying to overthrow the government. Now these are the important points. Now आमे देखिया कि कौन करचंदी factual information भी कि देख दवा कि एबे कौन scenario अछि, as government is saying that it has achieved the milestone of effectively eliminating the left-wing extremism. So declining scenario कौन है बे? The left-wing extremism districts reduced from 126 जोड़ा 2014 में थिला to 2 now. Okay, 2 districts are there now right now. Most affected districts reduced from 35 to 0, and violent incident declined from 870 from 2014 to 234 in 2025. Fatalities have also reduced. Fatalities mane like accidents something reduced from 310 to 100, and nearly 3,927 cadres surrendered. That some of the Naxalis have surrendered themselves in March from March 2024 to March 2026. These are for the mains related point. Mains point it are both important. So do note down these facts also. Next hoji ebe kona korichi, why how it has achieved the milestone, on what basis it has achieved it. So it has divided into 3 pillar strategy, that is Vishwas, Nirman and Jan Kalyan. Vishwas mane kona? Security and trust. Says that 5 kona kochi setre government, that is 597 fortified police stations and 408 KPF camps established. Deployment of the Cobra, Greyhounds and District Reserve Guard. Greyhounds mane kona? It is commando force. Now use of UAVs, satellite imagery, AI based intelligence, all these are done to build security and trust between the communities also. Now Nirman Re, what Nirman itself implies? Development. Says over 12,249 kilometers of roads constructed, more than 9,600 mobile towers installed. Okay, for the communication and expansion of banking, post offices and financial, for the development of the rural region, and establishment of EMRs, ITIs and skill development. What are these EMRs? It is Eklavya model residential schools. Schools would be established, ITIs and development centers so that people get strengthen their education also. Now jan kalyan re kon asibo welfare, welfare to what, rehabilitation package up to 5 lakh for surrendered cadres, जो मैंने surrender करीबे they'll get the package of rupees 5 lakhs and 10,000 monthly stipend for 36 months. Now housing under the PM Awas Yojana, free education for children and tribal welfare through PM Janman and Dharti Abba Janjati Gram Utkarsh Abhi. So these are the 3 pillars which government has set to eliminate the left wing affected areas reason कहे. So what more कौन कौन आउ कौन कौन initiatives निया हेची if we go through it in a deeper understanding for a deeper knowledge, extra knowledge. So government initiatives आउ कौन कौन extra eliminate left wing extremism. It is first is Samadhan doctrine, Samadhan doctrine. It says about the smart leadership, aggressive monitoring, okay, technology advancement, drone technology. इस वो करो समाधान doctrine आसचे, okay, which focuses on what it does, focuses on intelligence operation, intelligence operations, use of technology. All this are there in Samadhan portal. Sorry, Samadhan doctrine. Okay. Next is your Operation Green Hunt. Operation Green Hunt bhi heitila. Then establishment of greyhounds. Greyhounds. What are these? These are elite commando force. Okay. Elite commando forces in Andhra Pradesh. In Andhra Pradesh. Now, fourth would be Vastaria battalion. These are the initiatives which government has taken for eradication or elimination of the left wing. Now, if you see, put a case study achi Bastar upare, okay, because it was mostly affected region which was touching even the Odisha borders. Okay, now Sidra kon hitla how did they eliminate the Bastar region? Formation of Bastaria battalion to strengthen the trust between the tribal community and the security forces. Massive expansion of roads and mobile connectivity so that there will be development and even former CAPF camps जो मैंने former CAPF camps जो थिला तेरा को convert करा गला शहीद वीर गुप्ताधूर सेवा देरारू providing कौन what it provides healthcare, agriculture, digital governance services. Okay, healthcare भी provide होगा, agriculture जिन सभी provide ही परिवा and even for the services. Okay, even for the services. Now what are the challenges which is mostly going on even now? That is because pura eliminate the hai nahi, 2 districts are still affected by it, and if 2 are there then it can increase also. That's why what are the challenges? Sustaining infrastructure and funding. Sustaining something is very difficult because can eliminate it, but sustaining that thing is very difficult. So sustaining infrastructure and funding and preventing resurgence in remaining left-wing extremism pockets, improving participation in skill development and protecting tribal land and livelihood rights. Way forward कौन है परिवो? Like you can say expand community services centers in former conflict areas, former जो माने agro affected, and strengthen the education through AMRs, that is Eklavya model residential schools. Now promote tribal entrepreneurship via digital marketplaces, and fourth is enhance sports, cultural engagement and livelihood opportunities for tribal youth. So that more development, if more development is taking place, more trust is between the security forces and the tribal community, then these left-wing extremism, then these left-wing extremism persons who spread it, they would be lessened. They would cater towards the rehabilitation or the surrender of them to the government. So this is all about the article. Now, next होची केतरा prelims facts भी देखी दवा, because we have discussed some important analysis of the PS 3, 2 and 1 paper. So now some prelims facts भी देखिए important. National Board for Wildlife, that is which has wildlife कौन पे न्यूज रही because 91st meeting of the NBWL standing meeting held recently, and what it is, National Board for Wildlife कौन, it is a statutory body. Okay, remember there are difference between a statutory body, executive body or legislative body or constitutional body. So statutory body, statutory apex wildlife body under कहाँ under रे अच्छी को act रे अच्छी Wildlife Protection Act 1970. Okay, 1972. Now, good a simple, good a quick, just a simple fact is Wildlife Protection Act 1972 has first been amended. First के बे institute, first को state रे. First in which state it was done? It was in Kerala. Now, National Board for Wildlife is a statutory body under Wildlife Protection Act 1972, chaired by whom? The PM of India, and what it does, it gives the approval required for alteration of the boundaries of national park and wildlife sanctuary. Wildlife sanctuary का national park रो boundary को alter करिया पाई approval किए दे National Board for Wildlife. Now National Tiger Conservation Authority भी अच्छी, like that it is also a statutory body under whom it is under the Wildlife Protection Act, and it is under whom MOEFCC, that is Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, established under Wildlife Protection Act through 2006 amendment, that is Wildlife Protection Act, you can say 2006. Now chaired by ADK chair kortile PM, AD chair korante Union Environment Minister, because it is a body under the Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change. Now what it does, it provides statutory and institutional backing Project Tiger. Okay, ना through जाने पर तो Project Tiger को से backing दिए, like institute backing दिए. Now if we know what is Project Tiger केबे हेतिला, Project Tiger केबे हेतिला, it started in 1st April 1st 1973. Okay, 1973 start हेतिला. आउ कौन टाइगर विषय जानी परिया, it is in Schedule 1 वाइल्ड प्रोटेक्शन रे 4टा शेड्यूल्स अछि, सेतरे टाइगर कोथि अछि Schedule 1 रे अछि. आउ कौन जानिया टाइगर सेंसस गोटे हुए. ओके, टाइगर सेंसस जो हुए, टाइगर सेंसस जो हुए इंडिया रे, it is conducted for 4 years, conducted after every 4 years, okay, conducted after every 4 years. How it is conducted by whom? This National Tiger Conservation Authority and Wildlife Institute of India. Conducted by whom? Conducted by NTCA and WII. Okay. Now, next if we go, Tibetan Plateau was in. Tibetan Plateau, also known as the Shanghai Tibet Plateau or the Himalayan Plateau, is the highest. Tibetan Plateau is the highest and the largest plateau in the world. Okay, highest and largest plateau in the world. It is also referred as roof of the world. Okay, or the third pole. It is referred as the roof of the world or the third pole. And it is surrounded by high mountains, including the Hindu Kush to the west, Hindu Kush, Himalayas to the south, and Kulun Mountains in the north, and Kilan Mountains in the northeast. Okay, these are important. These mountains are important, and their placement in the map is also important related to Tibetan Plateau. Okay, now if you ask जदि Tibetan plateau को roof of the world or the third pole कुआ जाए, then Himalayas को भी किछि तो कुआ जाउतबो. Okay, so Himalayas are called as Himalayas. Himalayas are called as abode of. Okay, how Hindu Kush region. So Hindu Kush Himalayas region अच्छी. Okay, Hindu Kush region. ताको कुआ जाए कौन? Water tower of Asia. It is called as the water tower of Asia. Why it is called? Because it stores the largest volume of ice and snow. This reason, and it acts as the natural reservoir for most of the river system, that is Indus, Ganga, Mekong, Yangtze. इस वजह को ये water provide करे. That's why Himalaya, Hindu Kush region is called the water tower of Asia, and Himalayas are called as abode of snow. Now, next we go to Codex Alimentarius Commission. Okay, Codex stands for standards ensure food is safe and can be traded. That is, mostly it deals with the consumer rights of the people, because food is also being hampered or altered or fortified. So all these things are done. So semanku track rakhiya pai some commission should be there. That's why Codex Alimentarius Commission is there, and it is an intergovernmental food standards body set up in 1960. And the term Codex Alimentarius is Latin for food code. It is a food code, and it was established jointly by UN's FAO, that is Food and Agriculture Organization, and WHO, that is World Health Organization, within the framework of Joint Food Standards Program. So you have to remember the Codex Alimentarius Commission. It is an intergovernmental food standards body set up in 1963, and it is jointly developed by UN's FAO and WHO. Now let's know some of the facts about the steel sector also. India's steel sector has been right now, so we have to know about it also. India's steel sector is the second largest in the world, with an approximate crude production of 151 million tons in financial year 2024 to 25, while contributing, how much the India steel sector is contributing? 10 to 12% to the country's total CO2 emission, that is carbon dioxide emission. Now, major steel zones koti located here: Kalinganagar, Angul, Raulkela, Jharsuguda, Bhilai, Raipur, Jamshedpur, Bokaro, Durgapur. These are the steel plants and steel zones, you can say. Now, there is a thing called green steel. Right now, mostly the green hydrogen, green steel, all these are going on. So, green steel bhi ho jaye. It is manufacturing of steel without the use of fossil fuel. So-called green hydrogen is one solution that could help reduce the steel industry's carbon footprint. Okay, steel industries से बहुत carbon, like you have read that 10 to 12% of the carbon जो भी steel emit 10 to 12% जो carbon emissions हो जाए, it comes from the steel manufacturing units. So green steel कौन करे? It green hydrogen solution रू, it can reduce that carbon emission quantity. Okay, now AI भी आजकल develop हो चुकी. So AI in steel pavilion is also there. It is first of its kind collaboration platform which is designed as a problem to solution marketplace. Okay, माने steel को through market and in help of technology we can expand the steel sector. So this is all about the weekly analysis of today of 12th July to 18th July. I hope you like this and do prepare it holistically for your mains and prelims. For mains who are targeting right now, so all the best to them, and if you're targeting for the next year, so do be updated with the current affairs, that in case some news or some of like when you practice the questions, can be back of the end will know about the current related events, what is going on right now. Thank you so much. Have a good day.